So, because I want to tell the Windowshades story and for absolutely no other reason, the window the Windowshades story. Now, as I said in my previous story, one of my previous stories about reading the newspaper, my great-grandparents were brought up in Russia, and their entire lives they had a truly heavy accent, which is important to note in this story. Well, one day, Mama decided that she was going to go to the store. This was my grandmother was a teenager at that time, and she's the one that told me the story. Both of my great-grandparents, all of my great-grandparents, died well before I was born. But Grandma told me the story. She said that she asked, Mama, do you want me to go to the store with you? Do you want one of us to go to the store just in case there's any problems? Because they all grew up speaking English, having been born in the States. It was actually really discouraged for them to speak any sort of Russian or German or the pigeon half-breed Volga German that came out of their living in Russia and speaking German for 500 years. And Mama said, she said, no, it will be fine. I will go to the store and I will come back. I will do the shopping myself. So Mama goes to the store, and Grandma and her brothers and sisters, they're at home and they're doing their chores and they're picking on each other because they're siblings and that's what siblings do. And a couple of hours later, Mama comes back and she's hopping mad. She is just beyond. The kids scatter like cockroaches when you turn a light on. You don't get in Mama's way when she's mad. Except for Grandma. And Grandma, who didn't realize that Mama was in a bad mood until it was too late, was in the kitchen shelling peas or something, getting supper on the table. She looks up and she says, "Well, Mama, what's wrong?" And Mama looks at her and she goes, I went to the store. And Grandma says, okay, I knew you were going to the store, but what's wrong? Mama says, well, I went to the store and I talked to the boy, and the boy, he is a dumb cop. And Grandma says, why, what happened? And Mama says, well, I went to the store. And when I go to get some window sheets. We need the window sheets. Our window sheets are not working. They do not go up. They do not come down. The springs in the window sheets, they are broken. And I go to the store and I ask for the window sheets. And the boy, he laughs at me, the dumb cop. He laughs at me and I'm asking for window sheets and he will not give me the window sheets. And it took everything that Grandma had to keep from laughing at Mama. And of course, the fact that Grandma that was trying not to laugh at Mama so hard didn't help Mama's temper at all. Finally, Grandma went out into the yard and basically went and hid doing the outdoor chores until Papa came home. And when Papa came home, Grandma stopped him in the yard. She said, Papa, Mama's in a mood. And he looks at her and he goes, what else is new, basically? Grandma said, well, Mama went to the store by herself. We offered to go with her. She went to go get window shades. And Papa just started laughing because he also had the heavy accent. And he knew where this was going. And so Grandma waited outside. And Papa went inside, and about a half an hour later, you could hear Mama outside. Very clearly. And very clearly across the yard, you could hear Mama saying some very not nice words in German and Russian. And it took a while, but eventually she calmed down, and Papa came back outside and came out to Grandma, and he said, Ann, tomorrow you go with Mama and you go to the store and you get the Windowshades. And they stopped and they looked at each other and they had a nice little giggle, very low so that Mama couldn't hear them laughing at her. And the next day, Grandma and Mama went to the store, and Grandma did the talking, and Mama ended up with her Windowshades.